Hey guys, it's Al from Altruistic Geek channel, and I am coming to you with the next part of same-sex tarot. Um, but before I begin on Leo, because we just finished the Pisces, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. I think I'm missing somebody. Anyway, bye guys. The moral story. Oh, Aries. So I finished that one. I posted that already. This one's going to be Leo through, I believe it would be Scorpio. And then I'll take another break, and then we'll finish up the zodiac. But I actually wanted to do a gratitude list because of things going on here in New Orleans. So when I went to have a cigarette, I was informed that they may be shutting down the motel I'm staying at for today and tomorrow, and so that will put me back in a state of homelessness. And so there's no real talk in New Orleans about what happens to people who are stranded with no money in the city with no place to pay to stay. And so what, does that mean I go onto the streets because they're trying to pass a 5 o'clock curfew? And so in a state of chaotic mindset, I'm being informed to share my philosophy. So here's the thing. Yes, I may not make it out of this. And yes, I may have to whatever. But it's a mindset. So I don't adhere to the fear doctrine of other people, and I don't believe in that way of living. And so I will find a way. Um, I don't know what that is. I'm being still drawn to California, and so the thing is, unless an opportunity presents itself that I can get to Cali. I don't have the money to do the venture right now, but opportunity comes knocking in all different ways, and miracles happen daily. So I want everybody to bear in mind that when I talk about my philosophy, or you see me being high vibe, it's not an act. It's I'm going through it just as much as you are, and to some degree even more so. But it's the interaction between you and the divine and the universe at large that makes or breaks you. So I've already stayed a night on the ground yesterday in a vacant lot, um, protected by Gaia and one with the universe. And so if I have to, I'll go back to that. I don't want to. I don't like that. I'm a camping guy in a cabin. I like a bed and stuff like that. But I go day by day. So one of the things that the divine wants me to say is that if you want to help, then see if you can pick up the $35 tab for my room one more night. You know what I mean? Like I don't need anything else really. The divine is taking care of his soldiers and his warriors, his kings and queens and emperors and empresses. So there's not much to worry about. It's just keep your mindset in high vibe and remember who you are, and the universe will take care of you. And so part of that is a gratitude list. So before I get into the Leo spread with the same sex tarot, we're going to talk about people that I aspire to be, or that are mentoring me in their own way, or people that I study carefully because I appreciate their mastery of their fields. So first and foremost, since we're doing Leo, we'll start with the Leo King. I am not the biggest buff on astrology. My astrology is more based in esoteric astrology. That's where my focus was. But there is a gift in this man's ability to speak on behalf of astrology and spirituality. And so I call him like our astrology spirituality master. And so he has this dynamic. I call him sexy beast. He's sexy as hell, straight as can be, but sexy as hell. And it's the mastery of his domain, and it's the fragility. It's the ease in which he does his craft, and the way he does it in his own voice that makes it appealing to me. So if you ever have questions about astrology, I'm going to give gratitude by sending you to Leo King. When it comes to psychism and kind of clairvoyance and stuff like that, I personally am an Artegan. I belong to the Artegan. I'm an Artegan in training. And so Natalie over at Watch Natalie is really important to me. It's like a kindred spirit. In fact, the people that I'm going to name are almost like siblings in my head as far as energy frequencies. And we're all connected to each other. But I don't know them personally, right? So with Natalie, I like her approach and the way that she deals with things, Madam President. And she's just very, very uplifting and very high energy. And so that type of personality, it brings to her people like me. And so in adversity, find your solace in people that speak to you in your tribe. And your tribe doesn't necessarily have to be people necessarily around you. Right now, I'm in a room at the Quizbee in New Orleans, not knowing I had enough to pay for tomorrow, and then that's it. And I don't know what happens next. And now they're doing this curfew thing. But do you see me freaking out? Nope. In fact, I'm hoping that they don't shut it down and that I get like other really high vibe people in my little bunk bed situation because there's 4 beds, so that'd be kind of awesome. Be like camp. But that's a creation thing. That's something that we can create together. And so give honor to the people who bring your vibration up. And so Natalie is one of them. And I obviously study under the Artigan, where it's all about integrity, honesty, and integrity, honesty, and something I'm forgetting. Integrity, honesty, and I believe it's humility or something like that. Anyway, sorry. uh, but she brings my vibration up. And so check her out over at Watch Natalie. The other one I'm going to bring you to is more of an earthy. This is specific mainly to like Leo risings, people who have that energy within it that's emerging, and people who are like exiting just one mindset of being just one sign, but are actually embracing the other sign that is prevalent in their chart, and that's Santaro, Santarot, and she's like my sister that I would get like a bestie type of energy to just. She's very grounded, very very cool. I like her a lot, and because of her, I got into contact with more of my divinity in the sense that while I was moving through ascension, she brought me very uplifting messaging through the Cancer readings and specifically the Leo readings. And she's where I started to connect my Leo rising more in terms of what's emerging as opposed to just, one sign. And so I really respect her. And if you get a chance, I would look at the past, I'd say about 4 months of both Cancer and Leo, if that applies to you. And then who else? Chandler the Light. So Chandler the Light is the person who brought me into divinity and into a union-esque relationship with the divine. And she spoke to us very, very clearly, and I love her. I don't know where she's at, but she's still very much in the world. And so I want to give kudos to her, but she also raised me up. You see what I'm saying? So like that's why I'm doing with gratitude. These are people that I don't know, that I want everyone to know, that crosses this path because they make me feel better. Who else? Minute with Jamila. Okay. So Minute with Jamila, I've never met this wonderful woman, but I see nothing but potentiality for this particular energy. This woman is not only walking in her truth, but speaks the truth through her channeling in a way that's very, very, very rewarding to the viewer. And she's one of the people that confirmed what I was feeling with what I call the elders. She referred to as the chosen. And she had done that in November. I had been going through my part of this process as an elder chosen, starting in July. And so I had gone through the coronavirus in a spiritual way that almost, you guys have read the book, and it almost killed me. And so it was leading into this so that I would be prepared for when the actual onslaught came. So whatever this is, I'm going to be fine. Um, but I don't judge anyone else, and so that's the great thing about her is that she doesn't judge you, but she's very matter of fact and she walks in her truth. And with her, I see a spiritual magnifico. Like this is an empress that's going to have an empire. And so, if you want to really get into it, I would really recommend going to A Minute with Jamila. Then there's one of my favorite energies on the planet, and that's where I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to send you on a mind trip. I love this woman. Not only does she speak to her truth, but she does it in a way that is affluent and it's abundant, and she's just abundance incarnate. And so she's almost a muse to anybody who watches her, in my opinion. And one of the things that she's been doing lately, she's been talking about how can you ask for abundance if you're scared to say that you want to be financially stable, or if you want money, then you have to say I want money to the universe, and the universe gives you money. But if you live in this whole humility ego thing where you're like I can't break through because you're scared to say what you need, then you're not going to be successful. And so I just find her very, very enriching. And she also did a really cool thing recently about supernatural things that happen. So I connected with her on that. So that's my five points of light that I refer to on a regular basis. I also really love She Bear. I love Queen Cup, who's in Canada, who is a soldier. This is a warrior. If you get a chance, go check Queen Cup out because I love her, and she's no bullshit. I mean, if she's having the moment, she's going to let you know it, and I just love honesty and integrity, and that is just something so rewarding. And so when you get a high vibe, if you want to uplift yourself, these are the people that I go to. And so I wanted to just say that as a gratitude. Whatever happens to me, these people are beacons of hope and light, and they've provided me on my path. So whatever happens next for me, I'm going to pay honor to them because without them, I couldn't have walked in my purpose. Okay, heaviness over. Let's do same-sex tarot part 2. Okay, we're starting off with Sexy Beast. Leo, you're up first. So, it's interesting. They're having me do 3 particular signs and with this particular dick. And with this dick, it's a big dick. It's a very, very plump, luscious dick. It's the Shadows, the Shadowscapes Tarot. And it was only Cancer that got it, obviously. If you saw the tail end of the last one, it was good. It was so juicy. It was like, that perfect person that you've always wanted that you swallowed the first time. It was so amazing. Alright, so it's shuffled. We're going to do this for Leo. In this transitional phase, what does the same-sex tarot community of Leo rising, moon, blah, blah, blah. I leave it to the pro. Refer back to the king. But, sexy beast. This is for Leo. Alright, guys. Same-sex tarot. What does Leo need to know in this key important time of transition? No fucking. Holy shit. I don't know why I'm surprised. I have Leo rising myself. Oh shit, on a cracker. No. Motherfucker. Actually, let me take this. Oh, okay. Push. Oh shit, on a cracker. Wow. Okay. 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 Well. Okay, Leo. Getting woody just thinking about this shit. Alright, Leo. I'm not surprised by this at all, but let's go over this together. My Leos, kings, queens, emperors, and empresses, on the rise, in the middle, or already atop. Can you feel the testosterone coursing through your cum joints? Yes, you can. First card up, the Empress. Bam. Hard on, immediately. Followed by the Holy Grail, as Nat puts it. Ace of Cups, baby. Ace of fucking Cups. Six of Swords. Oh. It's like when you've been holding it forever and ever and ever, and it's just like a little. Yeah, that's not gonna happen here. Because it's followed by Leo, the Sun. Everywhere. Something about merry moment that leads to bam. 10 of Pentacles. Let me see if I can get over here. Yeah. Talk about stamina. This motherfucker is going to pop. Death. What does death mean to a Leo? Rebirth. Death does not exist to lions, tigers, or bears. Well, maybe the bear community because they're a little bit grouchy. Followed by the Fool. Death and rebirth next to each other. I don't make this shit up. Followed by dun 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 dun, the Hangman. Yeah, baby, this is me and you. Kickstand. I'm 5'6". Trust me. Happiness. Followed by the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, baby. Ending with the Masturbator. The Hermit. Oh, baby, I'm gonna make all that better. Or in this case, whoever you're connecting with. The Devil and the Emperor. We got a match. There is a match. If someone's ego is dropped, I'm taking this as ego. Ego death. But here's the thing about it. The devil, to me, is a sacred being, because to me, I've always just noticed that God would never entrust the apples of his eye to just anyone. And if you look at the org board, if you will, of heaven and hell, heaven, hell, lateral. This being is not a fallen angel. This being is God's right-hand man. Just saying. We're not going to talk about the rumors. Okay, So let's read this out. The Empress, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Sun, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So the first thing I'm just going to say, someone is stepping into power here in this dynamic because the Empress was the first strongest card out. This is someone who's fertile, and it's like when you come, they get pregnant. Like it, and in this case, butt babies. Like you're just going to have a lot of fucking butt babies or squirrel babies, depending on where you nut. But and you're going to drink it. You're going to drink the nut because you get the Ace of fucking Cups. So you get a brand new, emotional, fulfilling. This is like the divine come ball. Like it's just, this is what everyone quests for: a new beginning, full of nothing but future of love incarnate. And what it does is it helps you get out of this Six of Swords state. It helps you overcome something, which brings you to, in this case, the Lion. So if you're not aligned, if you are a Leo rising, then this is you stepping from, in this case, the Empress is stepping into abundance and into fulfilling happiness with someone. This is a sanctified union to me. Because this is a Leo reading and you show up as yourself. You see what I'm saying? And then it's followed by none other than the Ten of Pentacles. So this is absolute. I mean, you're going with the holy grail of emotional stability and a new beginning with someone else. And the Sun representing that either you're stepping into yourself or you're stepping into the Ten of Pentacles, meaning absolute arrival of you. So this is almost the first stage, almost a Leo rising or a Leo king or a Leo queen, right? These are beings that are like really stepping into something. Because in the process, something has died. You have let something go. In order for this rebirth of this new beginning that follows right next to it, which I don't make this shit up, something had to crumble. And in this state of the world right now, this makes absolute sense. This is you overcoming your fears, overcoming your addictions, overcoming your inability to move forward. It's overcoming your focus on material things or your inability to just be graceful about you just being you. This is a lot, right? And in the process, it gives you a brand new beginning, right? But that's what lions are about. Lions are very much about, they may appear brassy and big balled, which is juicy and yummy and everybody wants part of it. But at the end of the day, it's what's inside. And so whoever this is fully matching the vibrancy of a king or queen of lion, right? Like they're speaking of that. And so that's why I say it's almost like a Leo rising, or it's almost like a Leo coming into not just themselves in full, where there might have been some lower frequency stuff going on. They are dropping the load. Big love, big love. And they're walking into their purpose. And it's followed by the hangman. So yeah, baby. Whoever you're about to come with, not come in. You know you're gonna come in this fucker. You're drinking from the tap. You are drinking from the motherfucking tap on this motherfucker. As you should. Ladies don't spit. But if you're the lion and you are the masculine, then you are coming across very, very juicy. Like you're coming across just absolutely adorable and edible in every way. If you are the feminine aspect, you are matching this quality. So this is like an igniting gasoline moment. These are two beings because you have the Emperor that shows up as an overall. So this is the union. I would normally read it as if they were next to each other or near each other in the context that I would read it as someone stepping into themselves, but that's not this. This is an Emperor and an Empress coming. And I'm talking about probably for the rest of their lives. This is kind of reminiscent of another zodiac. I think it was the Cancer one that did. And it's not a reference to me. It's two people. It's energies, two energies that are like encircling my presence right now. Four of Pentacles. It's taking you out of this. This is the reward cycle for deep, penetrating, double-ended dildo work. This is you having been fucked so long that you went inside and you fixed your asshole in order to get your head out of it, in order to walk into your purpose. Because what ends up happening is that you walk straight into the devil. Addictions, personality flaws, ego. This screams ego to me because of all of this going on. It's the lion. And my Leo rising, I know that I had to struggle through my ego until the divine just went, fuck your ego, motherfucker. You're going to take it up the ass and you're going to take a fist. And I went, okay, now I like fists. I don't. Don't ever try that. I'm going to punch you in the fucking face. Or I'll at least kick you like a donkey. Um, and you match the Emperor. Now, if this would have been with a High Priest or High Priestess card, then I would have read this as the divine guiding you and almost like a mentor apprenticeship. But this is not this. This is two people that are at the same level, and one of them may appear to be outshining, maybe, because the ego card's here. The devil card is the ego here. So there's something about this quality that may seem a little frightening or a little bit like, I don't know, like there's an ego at play here. And whoever this is in this situation needs to let that go, because you are getting an exchange. You are getting a mentor-mentor dynamic. So where one is strong in one is stepping into their purpose on one end, then you can learn from that purpose, because in turn, this person is going to gravitate towards somebody they can learn from their purpose. And these are superpowers stepping forward into the etheric, and it's like the 5D and the 3D are converging in these two beings, and you are stepping into the sunlight together. It is about lateral superpowers. This is like so powerful that it's palpable. Whereas the Cancer one was all about, like, I'm talking about, like, I could feel them fucking for the rest of their lives. This is the other side of this. This is the masculine seeing the prize and seeing or dreaming about the end of the world and seeing that there's only one person on the planet that they can think that they would want to be with, and it's shocking them. And so if they can let go of the ego, which is the devil, then they get everything they've ever wanted, because they're already successful. The Emperor's already on top of things. But there's something missing because the devil's here. That's the overall energy. This is a reading, I think, more for the masculine, whereas the Cancer was more for the feminine. Because the feminine is present in this story, but it's almost as though this motherfucker right here is masturbating so much to the image that they're forgetting that they can have it. They can have this person. And so just take it. This is not someone you dominate. These are two beings that know that they are meant to be. And when they even start talking, this is set in stone. This path is divinely guided. This is a power couple. This couple is what I would quantify as the elders stepping into union with each other. These are two energies that are so powerful in their own right that none of them are better than the other. And so they're going to have a relationship where both will always be in the front. And so it's a power couple. But I'm telling you right now, in the closeness of the closed doors, these two are going to have some butt babies. Like, they're going to be, this leads back to the Cancer thing. I don't know if you're with the Cancer, Leo, but you are definitely, the Empress is so fertile with ideas and maybe something different that adds flavor to whatever this Emperor already has. But they are a set. They are meant to be. God has created these two beings to live and cohabitate together and to change the world. These people, look at the card spread. It's emotional holy grail. This is two beings that have been looking and praying for each other for eternity. And the reason I say that is because they get over the Six of Swords, followed by the Sun. It's Leo. These two, I wouldn't be surprised if they both have Leo in them. Like, this is two Leos to me. Some way, shape, or form, because they immediately head into the Ten of Pentacles. So this is, like I said, this is to me feeling like the Emperor's perspective on another party, because it immediately gets them to the death process, which is what's happening in general in life. Something has happened, either, I don't know, it could have even been a near-death experience, I'm not sure, but something popped this bubble, recently just popped, for one of or two of the parties. And the true colors have shown through, because it's the hung man, which is someone who is stagnant and trying to figure something out, moves into a state of the Four of Pentacles, meaning that they were hoarding and kind of trying to take care of their domain. Maybe there's a little bit of threateningness into it. I don't know. That doesn't seem logical to me, but I don't know everybody's ego. But it immediately required hermit work. So this person is either in solitude, masturbating to the other party, which I think is charming. Oh, honey, if you just step in, whoever this is, baby, if you just make contact with this, to just talk to each other and get over whatever this bullshit is, whatever this doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, this doesn't matter. Whatever this devil energy is, whether it's addiction, workaholism, whatever it is. See, here's the thing about this energy. This energy is a workaholic. This energy needs maybe drinks a little much, or this energy smokes too many cigarettes. This energy is like something that's slowing them, and they realize that this needs to come to a stop. Whatever this devil energy is, whether it's ego, addictions, workaholic, don't worry about it. Do not worry about this. Let it drop. Because this energy will not give a flying fuck about this energy. This energy, whoever this Empress is, when these two come together, will literally, without doing anything, alleviate the pressures that you're feeling from this. Because this energy is so palpable. This is power. This is true power. And so I want you all to be very cautious of who you're interacting with, because somewhere in the Leo dynamic here, and especially in the same-sex tarot community, I'm going to read this honestly. This is a masculine feminine meets a feminine masculine. And these two work it out without words. This is like a couple, this is one of my dreams that I always had, which is I would come into a union with, and so this is where I'm making it personal just to kind of correlate it, but this reminds me of when I was a young girl, I think I was 22, and I wished on the stars that I would meet somebody that I would be able to see the truest version of myself reflected back at me. Meaning that all of my negative traits, all of my bullshit, this person would just automatically accept. Because it was a reflection of love, true incarnate love, that no matter what. This person, whoever this king is, whatever this Leo is, because, Leo, all lions are kings and queens, right? That's the Leo. The lioness can be more dangerous than the Leo, right? Than the lion. So be aware that genders you can do it anyway. I mean, it's called same-sex tarot, but that can be anything because we're supposed to be in balance with our energy. So take it as you wish. But whatever dynamic this is, this fertile creature right here, whoever this is, because this is some beautiful shit. This is someone that makes you pre-cum. Straight up. Straight up. You have masturbated to this person. And they may not be aware of it, but I think because of the fact that they are the Empress, they are aware of this connection. And if anything, it's almost like this is alluring, but there's something in between that is not real. This, whatever this is, because of all of the abundance that's here with the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun representing yourself, these two are powerhouses. This is barebacking. This is, I'm going to marry you for the rest of my life. Drop this, whatever that is. Because these two are God's people. These are people who communicate truth and have mastered life, these two energies, because of the way the spread came out. So go Leo. Holy shit, man. I don't know who you two are, but look at this. Oh my god, butterfly. Oh, this is kind of something that Natalie channeled to me. Natalie mentioned something about butterflies. The butterflies were involved. And everything lately has been around butterflies. The cocooning effect is happening with people going through this transitional phase. And it's showing you the true colors of people. Look, she's surrounded by butterflies. In fact, she is almost breeding butterflies. She is the light source. He is same-sex tarot, so this is a dude in this scenario. But it can be reversed. This is going to apply to many different people at different stages. And all I'm going to say is, whatever this ego, non-belief, non-faith, because this energy is spiritual. This energy is material. Up until now, the convergence of these two energies create the 5D, 3D dynamic. This is the perfect blend of what happens when the divine steps in and assigns people or has made people to exist with each other. I'm telling you, this is a spiritual thing. This spread to me says that this connection is already done. This connection is two people that are aware of each other, that one of them is dragging their feet or allowing things that don't exist to block the connection. This is something like where honestly all you would have to do is whatever this is, let it go, because I'm confirming it right now. This reading, when you see this, will fucking pop your bubble. And understand, pick up the phone. This is yours. Forever. Forever, ever, ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. The only person that could fuck this up is you. Lioness. Okay? Because the devil's right on the overall energy. I'm telling you, this to me screams ego. And I don't know why, because why would the lion have an ego? If you are a lion at this level and you're making this transition so easily with all of this abundance, then what is this? You drink too much? Okay. This person, Without saying a word, will have cocktails with you, two probably at max. Spiritual person will not overindulge, which will make you naturally not want to because you're going to want to be around this person. And so it will naturally, there's no change here. There's nothing changing that this person will do onto this person because this couple does not do that. There's a game here. Or in normal relationships where one tries to make the other do. No, no, no. These two are divinely guided to just complement one another. So whatever the insecurity bit is, or the addiction is, or whatever this fucking bullshit is, whatever this is, dude, woman, whoever you are, same-sex hetero, you're about to drink from the tap for the rest of your life. You are going to literally be inside of each other forever. Like, you're just going to fuck like bunnies. And you're going to do it because there is a match here that's divinely guided. Your energies are meant to be. And when you two come, literally, when you two come, this will change the world. Energetically wise, this is going to change the dynamic of the frequency of your life and that of the world. That's how powerful and palpable this energy is. And now I'm getting stirred. Ooh, lions, man. Y'all never, ever, ever cease to amaze me. Fuck hell, man. Y'all are serious badass bitches. I cannot get over the energy. Dude, let's go. This is not real. Whatever this bullshit is that you're hanging on to. If this is a spiritual connection, you might even be like in a mindset where this can't be real. This can't be mine. You're a lion. Act like a fucking lion. Your lioness is like, I'm gonna make you call me. But the moment you call, this, boink, 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 forever. Talk about money. Y'all are about to change some shit up in this world. Alright, that's it for Leo. Jesus, I didn't do Cancer could be bait, but this, whoa. Dear God. Oh no, I'm thinking of somebody. Never mind. Ooh. Oh my God, if those two came together, if I'm thinking of, you know, who I'm thinking of, I know you know who you are. If this is us, oh my God. Fucking hell, man. No way. That's badass. Never mind. Okay, now I'm personalizing something. I'm supposed to be professional. Professional. Same-sex tarot. Who's next? I believe it's Virgo. Changing of energies, please. May I please do same-sex tarot for Virgo. Damn, Leo. Fuck me. Whoa, Virgo. Virgo's. Oops. Virgo. Same-sex tarot. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, well, that'll be quick. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Wow, this switch is actually really, you know what, I haven't had any, other than the STDs, the Taurus just got, everything has been really good news. Oh, did I put them on blast again? The Divine's like, ow. Hey, I just read what I mean. Oh, that didn't come out, sorry. One or two, but it didn't pop, so let me follow the cards. That came out. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people stepping into their purpose. It shouldn't surprise me considering all things, but okay, we got 2 nights. Virgo. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, I'm reading this very interestingly enough. I've never read it that way. I love this shit. I should probably do these live someday. If I ever get like anybody who actually follows me, I'm gonna do this live. It'd be fun to do this with another person, though, honestly. Same-sex tarot between two fucking gay ass dudes in union. That'd be some shit. We got a queen on the board. We got the queens in the house. We got the queens. Yo, okay. One card, please. Or we'll have overall scene for the Virgo community of same-sex tarot. Whoa. Okay. Okay. They want me to take 3 of these cards. Whoa, Virgo. Whoa, Virgo. It's not just Virgo. The fuck it. Oh my God. I'm gonna stop. I don't have any Virgo on my chart, but let me just save my motherfucking thing. Virgo, what y'all got going on? Bloody hell. Okay. So I'm not going to pull all of these, but I'm going to show you what Virgo got because they want me to tell you. First of all, Virgo, Bubba, you must have a really good personality, and I love that. And here's why I say that. Is because first card out is the Ten of Pentacles. Second card out is the Page of Wands. Then the Two of Pentacles. The Four of Wands, the 11-11. The Emperor, followed by the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Chalices. The Seven of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. The Sun. Overall theme. By herself. The Queen of Cups. Which again is Cancerian. What is going on with the Cancer? The Cancers are just weird, like breeding like bunnies. It reminds me of the last month when we got all the Capricorns. But that makes sense, we were in Capricorns. Anyway, okay. After the Queen of Pentacles comes the Sun, and then comes the Queen of Chalices. But here's where it gets good. So the glob that came out, that they wanted me to take, it was at the bottom of the dick. This is how it starts, baby. Nine of Pentacles. Followed by the Star. Followed by the High Priestess. Followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Hermit. The Nine of Chalices. The Knight of Pentacles. We got 3 knights on the board. The Eight of Wands. The Ace of Wands. The Chariot. And the Two of Chalices. So I'm going to rearrange this as I believe that this is supposed to go. So with the Ten of Pentacles, it matches with the Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Wands brings healing, the Star. The Two of Pentacles is a High Priestess moment that brings you into partnership with something. The Four of Wands gives way to the Ace of Pentacles. The Emperor becomes Emperor by doing the Hermit work. The Nine of Chalices goes with none other than, underneath the Nine of Pentacles, mind you, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Chalices matches with the Knight of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles goes with the Eight of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles brings the Ace of Wands with her. The Sun is the victory. It's the fulfilling happiness. Ending with the Queen of Chalices, the overall theme, who brings in union. Okay, let's get into this. Wow, Virgo, y'all hit this shit out of the fucking park. This is what happens when a Virgo steps into that mentality and into their power. I'm putting that out there. These are typically really funny, but these are super powerful readings, so I'm just going to go with the energy. Boo-boo. You begin with the Nine of Pentacles, well, the Ten of Pentacles, which is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. This is you being 100% present in your life and able to conjure and do what you need to do. You are standing in full glory. This is what happens when you do what comes later, the hermit work. When you do what you need to do and you follow the divine, you are this being. This is you. 9 and 10, this is like quick progression. This is where you're starting from. But it took you to get over information or something that came to you in the wand, something that was in your head, something that was maybe a little bit immature about your quality, that brings in healing, or, here's the interesting part, or that makes you rise. Remember the cards that came before. Now follow the cards that came behind. That brings you into partnership with the High Priestess. This is someone who is spiritual. This is someone who you are connecting with in a way that's going to be abundant for everyone involved. And this is partnership. So this is a very powerful energy. This is almost a business relationship because in order to get here, you had to do this. You had to excel at yourself. The single mindset that says, I can do this on my own. But you know what? Bam. I want the full 10. And through healing and rising above it, you rise in power and you become a focal point in energy. Probably something having to do with public eye, I'm going to be honest. Because it brings this energy into partnership with someone who's very spiritual. This is someone exceedingly powerful. You are in someone who is spiritual has found you rewarding in some way. I'm going to put that out there, boo. Because it goes from the Four of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a contract, a negotiation, there's something that you are a part of. This could be you or the other party, blah, blah. Okay? And this to me doesn't feel same sex. And if it is same sex, it's platonic. This doesn't feel to me as though it's a sexual relationship as of yet. This is what happens when you step into your purpose, and what you attract around you is this energy. Because the Emperor goes inside. This Emperor got to be Emperor by working his mojo. This is someone who has masturbated quite a bit in life to his dreams, visions, aspirations, divine guidance. This is someone who gets it. This is a powerful person. I don't think I know any Virgos, but whoever this is, honey, I would do business with you in a fucking second. Like, this is success. Success. And this is someone who knows that it's successful. This is the coming together of supernatural forces that are begetting this, because you get the Nine of Chalices, which is emotional fulfillment, with youthful energy. This is the Nine of Wands. This is information coming. So I think that somebody's about to extend something. From either a spiritual person is going to extend something to you, or is reaching you in a message, and that you are going to receive the message, and that you're going to understand that you are being confirmed, acknowledged, and that you are who you think you are. Because what leads next is the Knight of Chalices, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. This is youth energy. These are insecurities, but they're merging insecurities, and they match one another. So whatever these insecurities are, you are conquering. You're already the Emperor, but it's an Emperor that has insecurities, ego, broken heart, a mindset that says that they can't do something. Or this is someone who, I honestly, because there's three knights here, I'm going to say that this is all driven, because the Nine of Wands came out first. This is someone who the Emperor needs a spiritual guider. This is a spiritual connection that is a mentorship, or not a mentorship. This is a friendship. This is a friendship that is a spiritual connection. It's a platonic engagement between two parties. But whoever this is, that the reading is for, it feels like you are observing, or you are part of a spiritual ascension that is changing the way that you do things. And it's going to take the insecurities that you have, or anything that's still that you're hanging on to that does not serve you, is going to have to drop. And this person that the star rising in your life, whatever this is, whoever's stepping into your path, because you're already there. You are already the Emperor. So this is the other side of, this is the power that is showing up as them and saying etherically to the outside world, I want this person. This is an energy that's interesting. So either you're the Virgo, this is a spiritual person, but you only show up once. So to me, this is you, Virgo. Whoever this is the one who holds the wallet. And you see nothing but abundance in this spiritual person. And so you're about to do something that's going to change everything. And it's going to drop all of the insecurities. This is going to connect you to your higher self in an immediate way, because it immediately will alleviate, in my mind, this. Because what follows is the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Okay? So this is what you're overcoming. And what you're getting is a feminine aspect of yourself that steps into itself and provides a brand new beginning to your mental way of thinking. This is an awakening. This is something that's divinely guided. This is something being handed to you like a throne, and you're getting your crown finally. This is an emperor who has been lacking something, but does not show it to the outside world because of the fact there's so many knights. So this is something that people don't see. But this motherfucker, Queen of Pentacles, something in this spiritual ascension is going to present you with your counterpart. Somehow this plays out, whether it's you stepping into the feminine quality of your spiritual nature, which I don't think so. This is another person. So there are three people on the board right now. But this mental switch brings you the love of your life. It's a stable love of your life, too. Because you immediately get success and the Chariot, the victory. So this is a power man. This is the person who backs all. This is the banker who owns everything, who is about to tap another energy, and in doing so, relieves all of their own stretches because they're letting go of, I think, the pentacle. They've gotten the pentacle, 9, 10 pentacles. This is someone who's already there. This is someone who's already a Virgo who's in their power and is looking out at the world at large and sees a quality in somebody else that is going to bridge the gap for them in whatever is not there yet, and is going to immediately, karmically, bring you into alignment with success, even more so, even bigger than you ever thought, because it immediately is a victory, a public victory for you immediately. So this may be actually a Leo, or a Leo rising specifically. This is a very interesting energy. This is very fascinating to me because of the way this is playing out. Because the Virgo is already there. Whoever this energy is about, baby, I don't know who you are, but kisses. Like you are a powerful being. And I don't ever suck dick without actually knowing the person. But in this case, well done. Well done, you. But you're about to do something that is going to, it looks to me that there's an email that you're going to send or some form of communication that's going to go out, and you're going to do it now. This doesn't seem like energy that's stale. This is energy that's like in your head right now. So when you see this, you are acting. This is not a waiting moment because you were seeing a star rising in a spiritual person because of the way that this came out. And it's a partnership. This is a business agreement. This is a platonic, we're going to do this, and we're about to break the bank. And it's interesting because the overall theme is, in doing that, it brings you into a emotional well-being with someone else, which can be platonic. Remember, not all emotional. This is a best friend. This is a relationship platonic that's about to burst and create an abundance that this world hasn't seen before. I know I'm being very uplifting, but that's what I'm channeling. And it's with someone who is a Cancer. We keep getting Cancer. Cancer keeps showing up a lot, but Cancer has been through a lot. So I'm going to just put this out there. Cancerians and Capricornians have been through it for the past 4 years. 2 years for sure, 4 years for Ascenders. So this person, I'm thinking, is someone connected emotionally and grounded into their world, and it brings you into a partnership that will be fulfilling to you emotionally. So this is someone who maybe lacks a little bit of interaction with other people because they're so guarded, and so what they're seeking is a spiritual center that will bring them out of that, because they're realizing that no matter how much money I have, it doesn't bring me happiness. And so this spiritual connection that you have with this rising star, that you as the King of Pentacles, you as the Master of Pentacles, you as the Creator of Pentacles, now wants to be grounded in a friendship. A true friendship, a lifelong friendship. This is divinely guided. This is someone who has built a life and created a wonderful existence, who's stepping out into a spiritual centered direction with someone that they know will guide them properly in a friendship. Neither one will be bigger than the other one. This is something where it's going to be just harmonious. And it's going to bring whoever the spiritual person is grounded in emotional well-being. This is going to bring some sort of emotional success to you. But remember that in the process, it is pretty clear to me that you're going to step into this. Again, if it's a gay dude, then this makes sense. The Queen of Pentacles, because of all the Pentacles, is now meeting their best friend, the Queen of Cups. Right? So read that energy. Yeah, Capricornian, kind of. I can't remember exactly who it is, but I think it's Capricorn. Capricorn and Cancer. This is the axis. This is the axis that everyone is experiencing now, where they're leading one structure into a different way of thinking. And when these two merge, which is now, this is not something that you're going to wait on, Virgo. Don't sit on this. Because this, whoever this person is that's on the rise, this is it's going fast. Because you know it. You know that this is a victory. That's what the Chariot is all about. But in doing so, it is going to bring you into a sense of peace within yourself in doing something not only good, but it's such an immediate response because this person is not going to step into this as not anything but equal to you. So no matter what the storyline is, yes, you've created this. This person that you're picking is an emperor. So there are two emperors coming into union. And the reason I say this is because there's two queens on the board that are equal, right? And they're on the same axis. So it is going to be immediate and wonderful and beautiful. So for a same-sex tarot, this shit was amazing. Virgo, I don't know who you are, baby, but you have done well. And everything that's coming to you will be guided to you because you did the right thing. Honey, if it was me, if this was me and I was the rising power, honey, 515-4412, 504 air code. Buzz me, because this shit is good. You did well, and this is something interesting because I've never felt this much serenity. There is a sereneness to you knowing what you know. Isn't it interesting? Like you are so in tune with the earth and with the material world that you see something that the it quality in someone else, but this it quality is about you as well. You're seeing yourself reflected in a different light. So picture two queens on the dance floor, and they both know how to dance, and dicks are moving, and everybody's watching them, and they immediately gravitate towards each other. One knows how to break dance, one knows how to do ballet, and between the two of them, whatever they create becomes this creative venture that just blows the fuck up, and everybody's successful. But in doing it, it's a nepotistic kind of quality to it, and tapping the other person, but this person still shows up as the emperor. So two powers meeting to each other. One is spiritual, one is material. And when the two converge in a platonic friendship, this is going to be big. It's going to be big. So act on your instincts, baby, because there's nothing bad on these cards. That doesn't even imply ego. This is just something that you've been observing. It's time to act. That's all they want me to say. Okay, who is next? Libra. For Libra, they want me to use the shadow skip again. Wow, this shit's serious, man. Same-sex tarot has always been really fun for me, but this is like really good channeling. This is really good energy coming. This is what I kind of want to say. This is for elders. I really do want to say that because these people are not. Nobody so far in this readings or these readings has been on the rise. These are all people who are stepping into their full purpose, is my opinion of this little chain of readings. So same-sex tarot, although comical and fun because of the way I speak, but I love this energy. I don't know. I can't tell you how much I love this energy. But I've been living in this kind of energy for a minute. But it's nice to see how broad the scale and scope of this awakening process is reaching people, because this is not just one singular person. This is not like an it just by person. This is what happens when you're in union with the divine. So understand how glorious that looks to the outside world. Just FYI. Because you're bringing in positive energy, Virgo. You are literally creating a world for yourself where not only are you king, but you do it spiritually, and so it makes you not worry about the pentacle. You become king of both. So that's what friendship's all about. You're supposed to raise each other's vibration, not bring each other down. There's no competition in that, by the way. I just want to be very clear on that. And whoever the water sign is, whether Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, it doesn't have to be, but typically, because of the spread, understand that whoever that is not coming to you in need. This is a standalone person who you don't have to coddle. This is just you probably, you know what it could be? You are either a manager and you see the talent, and you are wealthy upon wealthy, like you're just a king. You're the emperor, right? So you're seeing that this person is, this is their moment, and you are willing to partner with this person because you see another emperor before you. Whether there's a sexual dynamic or not, I didn't read that, but there might be, because purity tends to beget purity, and so because we're doing same-sex tarot, it could be two gay men. So there might be a little bit down the road of like a little bit of a crush on each other, but that's healthy. You're supposed to have that for purity of love. Just don't cross that line unless it's a possibility, because it sounds to me like, but it's platonic. This is a platonic relationship. I'm not going to put sexual into it, because just because we're same-sex tarot doesn't mean we're all Neanderthals. Okay, that was for someone out there. Libra. Alright, Libra energy. Now, I know that Libra has been through it. So, let me give a moment to prepare the cards. This is same-sex tarot for Libra, for the balancing. And we'll talk about a world that is needing the guidance of this energy. Please, bring me the same-sex tarot messaging for Libra. Same-sex tarot! That's so funny. Oop. Not gonna look at it. Okay, I lied. Where is this Virgo is? Whoever the Virgo is. I'm telling you, this is a whole new world, y'all. This is a whole new experience. This is something that's just amazing to me. It's a beauty of, okay, I'll focus. I got it. I just got yelled at. Trying to get it. My guides will have. We laugh a lot. Like, you should hear some of the shit I've said in my day. I told one of them to get their dick out of my soup. That was funny. Interesting. It's just because of the two energies. They want me to take those. Okay. They want me to take those. Okay. Someone guides. That explains that. Whoa. I'll explain why. Whoa. First queen on the board. Here's the interesting part. I'm going to just put this out there. When I say, this is same-sex tarot, so when I say queens, they could be two lesbians. Hello. Gender is irrelevant here. It's about your energies, but putting it out there for lesbians who might be, oh, it's all about dick. Well, I'm all about dick because I like dick. You like vagina. It doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to you talk about vagina. I mean, I will listen, but it's just not my thing. So if it's not your thing and you're going to get all caught up in your feelings about it, then I'm not for you. You can fuck off and enjoy your masturbation. That's for someone out there. I don't know who that was, but okay. Mm-hmm. All right, Libra. Okay. Libra. You start off with the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Judgment card, the World, Seven of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Tower moment, the Fool, which came out earlier, I believe in Gemini, the Nine of Wands, and then for the overall feel, you got four fucking cards. Speaking of lesbians, the Moon, Six of Wands, Reciprocity, and the King of Wands and the King of Cups. I'm going to tell you what this means to me in a minute, but I'm getting a very distinct picture here. I don't know who you are. Love is love. Okay? I'm getting a very clear channel. Okay. Love is love. And I'm seeing that you are, up until this point, someone who has not maybe dealt with your sexuality. Because there's a queen on the board and two kings. So, either this is a lesbian couple where one of you is married to a male, or this is two males coming into union where there is one married to a female. Why do I say that? Because you start this off with the Seven of Wands, and then the Four of the Page of Pentacles. So this is sudden. This is an epiphany coming to you, divinely guided, to lead you past a state of stalemate where you are feeling trapped. You have the Five of Wands here. This is a mental imprisonment that you have yourself in. You are in a mental place right now. You're trying to deal with your sexuality. And I love you for that. That is one of the hardest things to do. And the reason I say that is because judgment is here. Now, not only is that happening to the world at large, but it's happening for you. You're going to have to face your judgment and be clear and honest with your sexuality. The reason I say that is because if you do it, the world is next to it. So this is a world within a world. So everyone's being called to judgment, including you. And in the process, you are going to learn who your partner is. And you're going to see it clear as a bell. This is an epiphany. Because the world is facing these epiphanies. And you're going to have to step into your purpose. And this is going to be very important for you in your life. I cannot stress this enough. It is going to be important for you and your life. This is a make or break moment for you. Libra. And I say that because, followed by a Seven of Swords. This is cutting yourself out of this mental prison. Followed by the Queen of Swords, which is using your discernment and your ability to cut something out. And I'm telling you, because the way this is coming out, you may need to cut a third party out of the situation. And I'm feeling a feminine energy, which is interesting because we've had queens like gay, fun, frivolity, but this is different. This is a balancing to your life. This is someone who has been struggling for a very long time with their sexuality. And it brings the Tower. Love is love. Love is incarnate the way that it is incarnate. But here's the thing. You have spent lives as male-females in the past. And so don't get lost in the illusion of the physicality. If you are in love with someone else of the same sex, then you are, it's just love. It doesn't have to be sexual. That's where your judgment and the world comes in, and you cut yourself out of this mental entrapment. But you need to make the choice to embrace who you are and cut something out, which I would see this because of all of this mental entrapment, as you needing to really get in there and just admit what you need to admit. If this is nothing more than you just being in love with a guy that you've never been in love with a guy before and that's awkward, acknowledge that. It doesn't have to be your gay. But if your soul is striving to be in union with its match and it happens to be a guy, then what are you not looking at in your life that would maybe indicate this prior? It's not like you don't get switched straight or gay. You are born either way. This is part of your soul's purpose. So have you been living in a mental state like this for a while and maybe masturbating, I would say, to guys, but only acting on sex with females? That's what it feels like to me because of the moon. You see what I'm saying? Like, this one's a little bit heavier. But here's the bright side. You are getting this judgment that's happening for everyone is going to provide you with the world. You are going to end that cycle, and you're going to walk into the abundance of a future that is bright and gorgeous because you get a new beginning. What you let go, or having to let go of this person and walking into something unknown, is going to provide you with nothing but love, joy, like this energy, because of the way this is laid out, this has been so heavy that you're about to drop a burden. And when you drop the burden, you overcome the Nine of Wands. This brings you into a revelation, into something that is shown to you about your life purpose that involves a male-male dynamic, honey. And I say that because it's divinely guided, and it brings you into union with a Nine of Cups, with a King of Cups. Libra. Nine of Wands. Nine of Cups. Or King of Cups. This could be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Again, we're back to the... But I'm Cancer, so I'm making it like Cancer. But this is more Scorpio. This is transformation. Whoever this person is so beautiful to you and so uplifting that they guarantee you that you will be happy for the rest of your life in transformation. This is the butterfly moment for someone. Someone is about to step into holy union with a divine counterpart, not a twin flame, but bigger than that. It's going to be someone that these two energies have been possibly in karmic cycles for a very long time, and they're about to drop the burden. There's a burden being dropped here. It's represented in the physical form in your sexuality, but I think this is a karmic tie to another human being where you are dropping the burden of understanding that you guys have been chasing each other for eons. That is the balancing. That is your task. You are transforming the energies. So I would say if I was reading this from a channeling perspective as someone who's spiritual, I'm going to be very honest. The water sign, the emotional sign, is your counterpart. And you are very balanced and very grounded in life. And so this is shocking to you. This energy to me says that this is a past life situation. And that your energies are always going to be intertwined until you two finally finish this You have to finish this out. And so it's going to require you to understand that love comes in different forms. But your soulmate, the one that you are meant to be with, will always be your soulmate. And if it's not meant to be, it will not work out. But you will never know unless you follow this. And so what they've done is the divine has stepped in and passed judgment. That's how powerful this union is. That's why I know I'm talking to a Libra. And these are beings that were destined to exist together. This is not just a typical karmic cycle. This is love incarnate. This is beyond sexual, although I do see, I mean, there's so many wands in here that I can't imagine that you guys aren't going to blink like bunnies, but you're overcoming something massive, sweetie, whoever you are. And the tower that falls is immediately followed by a new beginning that is going to lead you into a self-sustained powerhouse that allows you to understand that the King of Cups, this energy that's going to give you the love of your life, that's going to be there till the day you die, and you will walk into forevermore with each other, which is the balancing of all the karmic debt, ancestral debt. This is something that ends cycles. It's the end of that world, and you enter into Eden. You two, I don't know who you are, but, or maybe I do know who you are, but this is, you know, I always say that because we all know each other if you think about it. We're all one, but you are about to be so happy. This is so divine. Do you know how, like, some people who are spiritual understand that you are finishing karmic cycles, not just for yourself and not just for Christ consciousness, but you're also finishing out cycles for your ancestral line. So there might be energies funneling through this dynamic that is bigger than you. It's part of your life purpose. And so your soul is going to be screaming for this. You're going to be having dreams. You're going to be masturbating. You're going to literally be experiencing this. And the longer you drag your feet, and the longer you don't want to face this, this is going to make things complicated. Do not let this ship pass you by. This is the end of that cycle. You are either finally going to unite in holy union, and the divine will guide. I mean, the divine will do the wedding. I'm saying the energy I'm getting here is that God himself will bond you in the real world in the way that you were bonded in the fifth dimension, and it will be sanctified. It will be a sanctified wedding. This is something that is sacred to the planet. You are finishing out karmic cycles for your ancestral line, and you are playing through the energies, and that's where the confusion of the illusion is coming in. Some of what might be revealed is that you are always gay, but that it wasn't the right time. And so, though you may be bisexual per se, this is a bisexual card. What's going to be revealed to you is something that will lift you out into Six of Wands and into a reciprocity with another king. This is two masculines coming into union together. Okay? Don't, Libra, I'm being told, do not let this go out of fear that you're walking away from another party or that they're going to hate you, because something tells me that whoever this is in your life is going to sweep into your life and love you forever in a way that you've never experienced in any lifetime, because this is finally finishing out that process. But more importantly, this person will love you so much that they will immediately make amends with the person that's being cut out. That's how powerful this energy is to me. This person is a warrior. This person has been fighting for you for eons and is waiting for you patiently, Libra. This is absolutely gorgeous. This person will never leave your side, ever. That is what you get for a lifetime of lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of following each other. You both happen to be male this life. You're okay with that on some degree. Otherwise, why it just, you know, the God doesn't reset you in a way that just changes everything. It's part of who you are. And so whether or not you are in alignment with it, it's up to you. But this is a realignment. But understand that if you can get through this little, I mean, because this is quick. This is going to be like, I don't even see this being a week. This is like something that's shocking. It's going to just, I think it's going to be judgment. I think you're going to go up to judgment, and it's going to be revealed to you in a dream, or it's going to be revealed to you in a way that's going to be very, very in your face, and it'll be in the moon context. So it's something you're probably going through right now, actually. This person is waiting for you. And I feel like very strongly this person knows already who you are. And this person knows who you are, Libra. And they are patiently waiting. And I have a feeling this person is willing to wait for the rest of their life for you, Libra. This is probably one of the most romantic readings I've ever read in my life. And it's supposed to be fun, jovial, same sex, but there's always one that pops up that just takes my breath away. This is that reading. You have literally spent your entire lifetime following each other, trying to make this work. And every time one of you or both of you do something that sabotages the relationship, after all, we are all learning creatures and we can only do what we remember. And many of us are not spiritually inclined. So you make the best choices that you can, even though you know in the end that that was the wrong choice. It doesn't change the dynamic. You still have to play this out. So this feels bigger than a karmic cycle. This feels like you're cleaning up energy for all of your family into this new beginning, because you get the Fool and then right away you step into yourself. And so this is the arrival of you into union with you. Whoever this is has maybe not struggled with their sexuality, but has struggled their entire life. Every battle that you have had to wage internally and everything that you have overcome externally, this person has to, in a different way. Because this person is chasing you. This person, I'm feeling this is a maternal figure. This is like this is a feminine masculine. This is a Cancerian who is a fire. This is something important for you. Because this person may have hurt you. The way that this is feeling is that this person has been chasing you for a while now. Because they didn't know what the story was. And now that they know that the story is, they're going to wait for you. Because they know that you're the one. There's no other one. There might be other people that are options, but you are their soul. This is where they want to be when they die. If the world is ending, you two are meant to be together in the ending. And this will beget you every dream you've ever had. And it may not seem that way to you, Libra, but I'm guaranteeing you that's exactly what's going to happen here. That explains why they wanted me to use this. Everything, this is going somewhere. This is absolutely going someplace, Libra. Don't fuck this up. What is yours can never be taken. What is yours is fated, and this is bigger than you and the other party. But the interesting part is you two don't need to know that, because you two already know that you are inseparable. There's a love here that is, even if there's a woman involved or another guy involved in this dynamic, the other person must feel it to some degree. And so, do a solid. Face that. Understand that when you walk into your truth, not everybody reacts negatively. And because it's so divinely guided, the other party is going to make sure that all three of you are okay. I'm just feeling that very strong. Oh, moving on from that energy. That's pretty, wow. That is divinely guided. Okay, who's next? I believe it is Scorpio. Scorpio! Alright, I'm going to take a second. Hold on. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm getting down. Oh, there's a lot of freaking hard-ons out there. Yeah. Libra. Someone in Libra circle is about to be happy. They have waited a very long time for this fella, and it's been a battle. Alright, letting go. Scorpio energy transformation. Talk about being apropos. Scorpio. Knocking on heaven's door. Wait. Oh, motherfuckers. Ooh. Holy bat balls. Kumquats and shit on your dick. My god. Who the fuck are you people? Who the fuck are you people? Oh my god, I'm reading for the elders. This whole thing must be elders. Oh my god. No. Jesus, jumping faggots. This is like, oh my god. There's a lot of people in this scenario. I'm just going to put that out there. Oh my god. Man, when I say I'm reading for the elders, I must be ready. Scorpio. My love. I know that you guys are sexual beings. And I love you for that. In fact, all of my past exes, and not to correlate this with my family, but my family is a dynasty. All of us for the past five generations have all been water signs. So Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpios. And I always incarnate for some reason as a Cancer. I think a couple times I did Gemini, but Cancer predominantly. I'm going to read this the way it came out. Okay, Scorpio. And I just got to download why. The first card out is the Lovers, followed by the Empress, followed by the Emperor, followed by the Five of Cups, followed by the Knight of Wands, followed by the King of Cups, the Tower, the Page of Swords, the Three of Staves in reverse, and the Queen of Wands at the end. Your overall theme. The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Staves. I told you guys the switch is big. Okay. There's a lover situation here that has two counterparts. I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to show you how they are facing. And this dick. They're facing away from each other. But the reason I want to focus you on this is because on camera, that is not how it came out. Right? If you look at it, she came out first. This is where the switch happens. So she switches to that, and he switches to that. This is a reset, baby. On camera, it looks like this, but that's not what it is. They're looking deeply into each other's eyes. I just want you to know what it looks like through the camera, because it's an illusion. It's a switch we're making. So though in the real world it may look like this to the reader, on camera that's not what the cards are. That's the truth of this scenario. So, switch. So, this dynamic is the Emperor and Empress. They are lovers, and they may have been walking away from each other out of heartbreak. Because from the heartbreak, there's a Knight of Wands. So, possibly cheating with the King of Cups. That brings a Tower. Page of Swords. Followed by coming out of it from a third-party situation with the Queen of Wands. Baby, y'all were fucking around on each other. You were in an open relationship is what I'm reading. And now with this switch, you are being given the opportunity to step back into your power as a couple. You are a match. And the reason that I had that download to switch the perspective on it was because you have been walking away from your partner. This is a union that is meant to be, but that you are about to give up on. And now they're saying about face. Something with the King of Cups. Because here's how I'm reading this. The King of Cups has evolved into the Emperor, and the Queen of Wands has evolved into the Empress. So whereas you two, or there was a third-party situation, I'm thinking it's a third-party situation. But the interesting part is that it came across like this. Again, this is another dynamic. It was the King of Cups who was staring at the Queen of Wands, the sexy one. So the third party was doing something, but this tower, whatever this tower was for you, whether it's the world events or whatnot, has brought you into a place of seeing the truth of what is happening, moving you out of the third party situation, away from this person. in order to receive what it is you're seeking in the Wheel of Fortune. But be cautious. This is a question. This is the transformation point. Scorpio, you should be used to this, baby. Stop looking for other dick and start focusing on the hole you got at home. Because this wheel can go up or it can go down, and not in the way that you enjoy when they take their teeth out. Everybody enjoys that, but understand that you are truly at a do not turn back moment. And the question that you're being asked is, are you seeking love? And are you willing to show up for something that looked like this, but then when you do it properly on camera, is meant to look like this? Okay, that's one way to read it. The other way to read it is that there is a step up here of a union coming into play. The reason I say that is because it starts with the lovers. So this might be a love story where there were two people looking away from each other, not seeing each other, because they were both heartbroken over past relationships that have happened. And the King of Cups, because of a tower moment, finally sees that there's no other, no matter how many distractions it was, they're coming away from this, that the Queen of Wands was always the only one that they were going to be with. You see how that switched on us? So those are two different love stories. And in him finally seeing this sexy one as the one, like this is almost like too good to be true. Because remember, these two evolve. Once they do this, it seems to me like it triggers what's meant to be theirs into the Wheel of Fortune. They fall into union, and they get to be this. These two people. The sexy one may have actually been overlooking the King of Cups. Here's how I'm saying this, because she's looking forward, and he's looking at her. And finally, this tower moment brings everything into light. That if they want to truly be in love, she turns and she looks at him, and he looks at her. In this case, two males look at each other. So he's fucking around on everybody and doesn't see the quality of the person that he had. Scorpio, Pisces, Leo. Ooh, Leo, psychic slip. Oh, I know exactly who this is. Okay. Not my monkeys, not my show. Okay. So this person has been looking for this person and promised this person everything. The sexy one took it for granted, and so the realignment is coming, and so the lovers that were meant to be like this, if they're not careful, become this. And you lost an opportunity. And the wheel turns upside down. Scorpio. Your whole life, in the previous incarnation, prior to this switch, has been about transformations and about finding your peace in yourself. You're being given an opportunity to see this before the wheel turns in the opposing direction. This is judgment. This is you're about to fuck around and miss something big. Pay attention to all the signs. And sexy ones, just because you are sexy does not mean that the King of Cups is not sexy to the entire world. What you can't see is exactly what will be the loving point for everybody else for this person. Remember, King of Wands is all in their head. It's all ego. King of Cups is not. King of Cups is balance. And they're offering you something, or offered you something, that you passed on. And now you're pissed about it. Well, there's a bunch of different ways to read that, but that's up to your transformation and who you are. And I'm going to stop this reading on that point, because this has been pretty seriously awesome. Scorpio, you have a choice to make. I'm going to stop right there, guys. It's Al for Altruistic Channels. I will check back with you with the last 3 of the Zodiac.